Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, December 3rd. You get to stick your tongue out at me 2 times. You ready? Thursday, December 3rd. There you go. And today we have another kind of a fable, which is like a fairy tale or a folk tale. It's a story that might be familiar to you, or it might be new to you, and it has a lesson at the end of the story. And so we're going to read the fable called The Tortoise and the Hare. And this book by Jerry Pinkney has a whole bunch of fables in it that were originally written by a guy named Aesop, like really long time ago. And Jerry wrote them down in this book and drew beautiful pictures to go with them. But there's not like big pictures on every page because the whole story of the tortoise and the hare is on this one page. There's one little picture on this page. So instead of holding the book up for you, I'm going to set the book down where I can see it. And I want to tell you the story with some puppets. Does that sound okay? All right. So we have a tortoise. That's like a big turtle. And a hare. What's a hare? Like a rabbit. Okay? The Tortoise and the Hare by Aesop and retold by Jerry Pinkney. A conceited hare boasted about her speed to anyone who would listen. Conceited means she was kind of stuck on herself. Like, I am so great. I am the fastest. I am the best. I'm way better than you. That's not very bucket filling, is it? Not even the north wind is as fast as I am, she declared. No animal in the forest could ever beat me in a race. Now, a tortoise grew tired of listening to her bragging all the time. We've all heard you talk, but we've never seen you run, she said. Why don't you race with me and we'll see who's the fastest? The hare burst out laughing. I could beat you standing still, she exclaimed. But she agreed that they would race to an oak tree around a bend in the road. Let me get my starting line here. It says, start. Are you guys ready, tortoise and hare? Okay, they're ready. In an instant, they were off. The hare soon out of sight, and the tortoise plodding step by patient step. Not very fast, is he? I've practically won already, thought the hare as she dashed around the bend in the road. I could stretch out here and take a little rest and still beat that tortoise by a mile. And she settled down by the side of the road. And she planned to jump up and finish the race the minute she saw that tortoise coming by. But the grass was so soft and the sun was so warm that before the hare realized it, she had fallen fast asleep. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued on. Slowly she came around the bend and passed the sleeping hare. She was only a few feet from the oak tree. We're going to get our finish line out. That's the finish line. It says, finish. When the hare woke up from her nap, seeing the tortoise so close to the finish, the hare leaped up and tore along the road as if the hounds were after her. But she was too late. By the time she reached the oak tree, the tortoise had already crossed the finish line. He was declared the winner, and the crowd cheered for the tortoise. Hooray! The tortoise wins the race. The tortoise was slow, and the hare was fast. But the tortoise kept on walking, while the hare took a nap. Yup. So remember I told you that a fable usually has a lesson. And the lesson at the end of this one says, slow and steady wins the race. And that means that you don't have to do everything really fast. Sometimes it's better to take your time and do it carefully instead of rushing through and maybe, well, the hare fell asleep, or maybe forgetting to do part of it, or not doing a very good job for yourself. Slow and steady wins the race. There he goes. I like that story. And it's so much fun to act out stories with stick puppets. You can make stick puppets of any story that you like. All you need is some paper and you can draw a picture on it. I found these pictures on the computer, but you can draw pictures, right? And then you need a stick. These are just some craft sticks that I got at the store, but you could use the stick from a popsicle, or you could use a straw, or you could even tape them to a pencil. And then you can move your stick puppets around and have a puppet show. Super fun. So today on Seesaw, there's going to be an activity for you to show what you remember from this story of the tortoise and the hare. And it's going to look like this, but it'll be on Seesaw. And so you're going to have a grown-up read you the questions, and then you'll color the circle that you think is the right answer. Okay? And then I'm going to send you a video to play a math game called Stack 'em Up. You're going to use some of your stacking cubes and your playing cards to do a little comparing number game. And we'll have our word play today, of course. And then I'm going to send you a letter O poem. You can find all the O's in the poem, and then I'll read it to you as well. It's going to be a fun day. It's also usually library day at school. So why don't you take an extra few minutes and find a great book that you love or a stack of books that you love and snuggle up and read with somebody at home today. Have a wonderful day learning and playing.